Good evening. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I am truthful. LDBC or nothing. And welcome to my live stream. 3 things I ask when I go live. Number 1, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you click the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I create content on this channel. Number 2, smash the like button so it pushes this video into the algorithm so everybody sees it that needs to see it. And number 3, donate to the channel. Your donations are greatly appreciated, and it goes towards helping this channel grow. Want to wish a happy Juneteenth, a happy Emancipation Day to all my brothers and sisters out there that look like me. This is our true Independence Day. Shelton, what's up, Brody? Yeah. Put my glasses on, get my specs together. You know what I mean? Get my specs together. You do know what I'm saying? Get my specs together. But yeah. Still a whole lot of shit going on. Israel still going on TV pretending like they're the victim when they started all this shit with Iran. Bibi Netanyahu been telling the same lie since 1995 and motherfuckers still believe that bullshit. Make America great again only really means start another civil war again so they could lose emphatically. Pete Hegseth is a flaming fucking racist dumbass who shouldn't be a Secretary of Defense. KKK Caroline Levitt should have a Klan ass thrown in a gallows somewhere because these fucking people are disgusting. Every one of them. Ted Cruz is a fucking bitch. And fuck Tucker Carlson too. Just because he's actually right on this issue doesn't mean he's a good person. He's still a piece of shit. So yeah, let's start there first. Candace Owens is still a fucking coon, and she ain't invited to the cookout. So I mean, yeah. I want to talk about a couple things today. Number 1 being how Donald Trump and Elon Musk stole this election. Craig J, what up with it, family? What's good, man? I want to talk about how Donald Trump and them stole this election. And I got a video that's about 6 minutes long. She's going to explain it to you. She's going to explain it to all of us. Cause, yeah, y'all need to know how Donald Trump won this shit. Craig, why you ain't got no fucking wrench, dog? You LDBC, so you get a wrench. Yeah, you LDBC, so there we go. What's up with it, Rod Neal? What's good, bro? Piff, what's up with it, man? New York just called for a recount. Good. I'm about to show y'all. Some shit.
Okay.
I'm about to show y'all some shit. Because this woman right here, she's gonna break down. This woman's gonna break down all kinds of shit. Now be paying attention now. Because I'm gonna be pausing here and there just to clarify some stuff. Go ahead.
So here we go. The rest of this will hold Substack with some very interesting information that I feel ties in with Smart-E and the ETA. So we're going to finish reading it together. Smile. We could ask Governor Kemp how his test workers got the backdoor codes to the testing equipment for their t-shirts, but we already know the answer. In early January 2021, lawyers aligned with Sidney Powell, accompanied by fake officials, gained illegal access to the Coffee County test office, where they copied data from a certain testing machine and servers. Although the equipment itself wasn't removed, the top secret software was later transferred to off-site locations, including hotels. That's when Fulton County DA Fani Willis stepped in, filing charges on behalf of the people.
Now, do y'all remember when Fani Willis filed charges against Trump and against his that stupid ass lawyer that was running around the country talking about fraud? This is how they got started. This is how they was able to infiltrate the voting machines and download the software to pass it on to Elon. And one question I haven't asked myself, I haven't really heard anybody ask was, how did Elon Musk and Donald Trump tie in together on this political spectrum? How did they get in there? Well,
in 2023, DA Fani Willis's case against Orange was gaining traction until January 2024, when Orange co-defendant Michael Roman filed a motion claiming Willis had a conflict of interest. The issue: she had a romantic relationship with a fellow prosecutor on the case. That's right, two people on the same side of the courtroom working toward the same legal objective were dating. Pardon me while I dig for my pearls. There was no evidence of case compromise, no mishandled materials, no ethical breach impacting the charges, just the appearance of impropriety, according to Orange's attorneys.
Do y'all remember when they tried to hold trial for Fani Willis? Because she was talking to that dude, that Wade dude. You remember how all these maggots were on Twitter and shit talking about Fani Willis this, Fani Willis that. That's why you heard a lot of people calling her Gorilla Grip and all kinds of other shit, and all kinds of stuff was going on. But essentially, they used something as minuscule as her and this other attorney dating to pretty much sabotage her whole case. That's basically what they did. And that's what Trump specializes in. But motherfuckers ain't paying attention to the writing on the wall. This is how Elon Musk got a hold of that fucking information so that he could alter all of the swing state votes to make it look like he won when he didn't.
Rich coming from a man convicted of falsifying records to cover up hush money payments to a lady of the evening. Apparently, what really undermines democracy are lunch tabs and the thread count at the Napa Doubletree. The case survived the initial challenge but was quickly appealed. That's when F Society member Judge Elizabeth Gobeil, I probably said that wrong, I'm sorry, stepped in at the Georgia Court of Appeals and delivered exactly what Orange needed: a ruling that DA Willis's personal relationship and her decision to occasionally cover meals or travel expenses was reason enough to disqualify her and her entire office from the case.
Which y'all see, all the Federalist members, all this shit was a big ass fucking it was a gigantic, huge scam to get Donald Trump into the White House so they could do all the shit that they're doing now. This is a gigantic scam. It's a whole big fucking, a whole illegal, big fucking clusterfuck of dumbasses wanting to overthrow the government by any means necessary. That's the reason why Donald Trump was installing all these bootlicking ass judges all over the country, and that's why Mitch McConnell held up that Supreme Court seat. That's the reason. Now y'all see the reasoning behind the madness of what Donald Trump and them were out here doing. So,
had this case not been thrown into legal purgatory, the entire country would know that in 2020 and 2021, Orange's associates used the big lie to illegally breach testing equipment in 5 states. He'd be living the life he deserved.
Rudy Giuliani, that fucking stupid judge, the lawyer bitch, that all got found guilty. Then Rudy Giuliani, who also you ain't heard a peep out of because this motherfucker owed those 2 black ladies down in Georgia who he endangered their lives. Yeah, Sidney Powell. Now he owes them millions of dollars. And I mean millions. Rudy Giuliani is in the Poe house. So, yeah.
3 hots and a cot, and we'd be sipping mimosas on patios instead of marching in the streets for no King's Day protests. Then came the big one. Not that it was a surprise, after stalling the ruling until the absolute last minute on their calendar in the summer of 2024, Orange was gifted immunity by a 6-3 ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court. 5 of the 6 justices in the majority were F Society members. The court didn't just look the other way, it rewrote the Constitution from the bench. They call it Leo's court for a reason. Leonard Leo and Mitch M's 2017 judicial takeover was reshaping the republic, one ruling at a time. Shortly thereafter, on an opinion gone rogue, Judge Eileen Cannon, after months of stalling the documents case, tossed it altogether. Because naturally, stealing classified documents from the National Archives, lying about having them, then refusing to return them until the FBI had to raid your house, is an official duty for a elected official, right? 7 judges, all F Society members, systematically dismantled every legal obstacle between Orange and the house that is white. They didn't rule on cases, they eliminated them. They didn't just set the table, they handed him the crown. Let's not forget what we uncovered in part 1. In 2021, Leonard Leo sold Trip Light, a company responsible for powering over 70% of United States testing equipment, to Eaton Corporation. Eaton Corporation was already partnered with Peter Thiel and Palantir. By September 2024, Eaton announced a new partnership with EM just weeks before the test. Buried in that partnership agreement was this line: exploring integration with Starlink's emerging low-orbit DTC infrastructure for secure operational continuity. What does that mean in plain English? Test infrastructure and EM's newly launched low-orbit DTC satellites were on a collision course, and no one was regulating the outcome. This technology wipes out the air gap defense altogether, because with Eaton in the picture, these systems can bypass it entirely. Give it to us straight, Mr. Bean. A clean sweep in all 7 swing states, the fall of the blue wall, 88 counties flipped red, not one flipped blue. Ronald Reagan would like a word. Every supposed victory landed just under the threshold to trigger an automatic recount. And statistically absurd data that left Dr. Walter Mebane and the Election Truth Alliance statisticians scratching their heads and burning the midnight oil. They blew it out. Think Revenge of the Nerds villains version. Almost like a pack of young hackers threw out the Ric Flair woo
Benny Loco,
and
what's up
slammed
with
the
it?
go
What's up,
big or
Mahari?
go
What's up,
home
Mark?
button. From the courtroom to orbit, this wasn't a campaign, it was a coordinated operation that fused judicial engineering, backdoor breaches, hardware infiltration, and satellite deployment. The outcome? Data so manipulated it makes the Russian tail look like a nub. And the part no one seems willing to confront is the through line. From the front-end stacking of courts, to the sale of Trip Light to a company already partnered with Palantir, to their subsequent handshake with EM just weeks before the test. Now, I'm not a state attorney general, but if I were, I'd be inviting folks down to the office for a cup of joe and a conversation under oath. Because what we're looking at is, quite frankly, a 4-year coordinated strategy to return orange to the house that is white, whether he won the test or not. Concerning. So please get this information out there. This is available on This Will Hold Substack if you want to read it and see the pictures and everything like that.
T, do y'all get it now? Do y'all get it now? This was a whole coordinated attack to get Donald Trump's ugly ass in the office. Let me see.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Dylan Neighbor Cruz, the Tattooed Theologian here. The Supreme Court of the United States has chosen to side with the bigots in Tennessee who are using the Bible as a science book and as a weapon. And they are scapegoating a very small minority of people in order to score political points and win a culture war that should never be being fought. Human rights and dignity should...
Yeah, I don't want to listen to that. Nah. Do y'all got any more jokes? Like, for real. Y'all got any more jokes? Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Oh yeah, I want y'all to hear this. What's up, Mr. Flower? Here we go. I want y'all to hear this blumbling drunk dumbass right here. I want y'all to listen to him and listen to what the question is.
No one's disputing that. I would never dispute that. What we're looking at is erasing history.
I don't understand what the motivation is to rename bases for people who took up arms against their country on behalf of slavery. What possible motivation can there be for this? Who is telling you to do this? Who is urging you to do this?
I don't know why he even asked him that question. I'll tell you exactly who told him to do it. That racist piece of shit that lives inside of that motherfucker. And the liquor. That's what told him. Now, I'll let this cook.
Senator, the veterans and service members across the country who have deployed from Fort Bragg or Fort Benning or Fort Hood or Fort Pickett, there's a legacy, there's a connection to those bases and to those places, to what they trained for there, what they did for, and what they came home back to. That matters to them. Ask enough of them, as I do all the time, before and later. And we recognize the service of those who were put into the replacement. No one's disputing that. I would never dispute that. What we're looking at is erasing history, erasing names, erasing base names that service members are tied to. Talk to people that serve at Bragg. Ask people that serve at Fort Bragg or Fort Benning if they like the fact that the names have been returned. And to a man and to a woman, they will tell you, thank God we're back to Fort Bragg. So this is something we've been proud to do, something that's important for the morale of the Army, and those communities appreciate that we've returned it back to what it was, instead of trying to play this game of erasing names.
We're not erasing history, Mr. Secretary. We're recognizing history and recognizing that mistakes have been made in this country. The greatest of all was the Civil War.
Now, for me to break down what this dumb tard just said, he said a whole bunch of fucking nothing. So, okay, they renamed all these bases that were named after Confederate generals who fought against America to maintain their wealth and power by holding black unpaid labor, aka fucking slavery. And this redneck pile of shit, this fucking drunken, disorderly, unqualified piece of shit set his lily white ass right there in front of Congress and told that whole heaping pile of dog shit talking points that he got from Fox propaganda. Because y'all do know Fox is nothing more but propaganda. Go listen to what Tucker Carlson said. Yeah. Tucker Carlson said they just turned the propaganda up full steam so they can get all these old people mad and shit. That's what Pete Hegseth is good at. Stoking the fucking fears of white supremacists and racists all over this country so that he can get his point across. Nothing factual, nothing with some base, nothing with substance at all. Just nothing but a bunch of fucking talking points and shit and blabber. That's all. Now, the people that replaced the names of these fucking Confederate generals at these bases, they were they won Congressional Medal of Honors. They won those. I'm talking about there's only 4,000 Congressional Medal of Honor winners in the United States that's ever put on a uniform. Ask me how I know, because I'm a veteran. Diane, how you doing? What's up, autism boy? Yeah. So they renamed these bases after Medal of Honor winners, people who did prestigious acts for heroism and doing stuff that people wouldn't normally do, like going above the call of duty and just making sure that they save as many lives as possible. And Pete Hegseth want to bring back these fucking traitors' names and name these bases after Confederate traitors. That's what they are. They ain't soldiers. They weren't fighting for a good cause. They were fighting to maintain slavery. That's it. A bunch of y'all been sucked into that bullshit ass lie that the Civil War was fought over states' rights. Bullshit. It worked. The lost cause bullshit theory worked on you. The Daughters of the Confederacy worked. The White League, the red shirts, they all worked on you. That mission accomplished. Now your dumb ass think the Civil War was fought over states' rights. No, it wouldn't. What states' rights were they fighting for then? Since it was states' rights. States' rights to own slaves. States' rights to own fucking slaves, black bodies, so they can continue to maim, abuse, and overwork them. So they can get paid millions and millions of dollars off their backs for nothing. They don't do nothing but sit on the porch. Fighting for slaves but won't build their own shit. Facts. They too lazy to, Dreads. They're too fucking lazy. They won't build their shit because they're fucking sorry. They're fucking lazy. Notice that black people didn't become lazy until we stopped working for free. Notice that. The only time black people are lazy is when we don't work for free. Now all of a sudden we lazy. Now we're lazy. The Civil War was only fought to own slaves. Period. The end of story. That's facts. Every one of those fucks, Robert E. Lee, all these fucking racist bastards, every last one of them fought to maintain slavery. The Daughters of the Confederacy, the White League, the red shirts, all those fucktards, all they did throughout history was rewrote history. That's why that's the losers of the war get to rewrite and tell you what really happened by their own lens. Pete Hegseth is a result of the Daughters of Confederacy. That is what he is. The Daughters of the Confederacy and the lost cause bullshit narrative is the reason why Pete Hegseth sits his dumb ass right there in the Senate chambers and lie right to their faces, talking about it builds morale. How does it build morale? How? You're fighting on a base under the name of a Confederate general who's a fucking treason. A treasonist. He committed treason in the name of slavery. Well, what about Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln is the reason why slaves were free. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He wasn't even interested in freeing slaves. See, that's what happens when you learn real history. Welcome to Juneteenth. Oh, I don't know why you blacks don't celebrate the 4th of July, because we were still slaves, you bitch. That's why. January 4th, 1776, we were still slaves. We were still fucking slaves. John Lee salute. We were still slaves. We weren't free. The independence weren't meant for us. Yep, Dreads, exactly. They had the children of the Confederate. The Daughters of the Confederacy brought up the children of the Confederate. That's why they're still around to this day. That's why they still show pictures of Ruby Bridges being escorted to class in black and white, because they're going to give you the optics of thinking it happened so many years ago. My daddy was alive when that happened. My father is still living. My dad was alive when Ruby Bridges first went to that school. What's up with it, Joe Townsend? Swine, my brother. Swine, my brother. Swine. I want y'all to hear
The
John
MAGA
Stewart.
mindset appears to be, we didn't vote for foreign wars. We voted for civil war.
This is a war. The battle for America was going to take place in Los Angeles. The only way to win here is to double and triple down.
The current war that we are seeing waged by the Democrats, by the foreign nationals waving Mexican flags.
The city of Los Angeles is an occupied city. It is time to retake the cities of this country. It is time to use force.
What the f***? They are looking for any pretense. They are looking for any pretense to sick their robot dogs on Democrats. And the strategy that they're using is to inflate the threat that this country now faces, to so rile up their base as to make the left in this country, represented by over 75 million votes in the past presidential election, as a legitimate military target for the United States of America. It's a strategy that's been used before to gin up military conflict. See if you recognize it.
The good people of Iraq, they want a peaceful country. They want security.
The good people of Los Angeles deserve to be secure in their homes.
We're not going anywhere until there is a stable environment.
We're not going anywhere. We're here to maintain the peace, liberate Iraq from the tyranny.
Liberate the city from the socialists.
We will liberate the people of Iraq.
We will liberate Los Angeles. We must! I don't understand yet.
Y'all hear it? It's the same fucking message. It's the same fucking message. Renee, how you doing, Queen? Happy Juneteenth to all my brothers and sisters in the chat. Can y'all see that? It's the same lie. It's the same lie that Bibi Netanyahu's been telling since 1992. The same lie. Name a threat, inflate the threat of that threat, then sick the dogs on them. See? All lies. Iran has been close to building a nuclear weapon since 1992. Since 1992. 1990. See the difference between me and other motherfuckers who get on here and talk politics and shit like that? I bring receipts. I bring receipts. I prove exactly what the fuck I'm saying with receipts. So you can see it. You can go look at it. You can Google it. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. You'll find the information that I talk about. I already have the source for it. I'm not just up here stating my opinion. I'm stating facts. Facts that are proven by data. And it is a fact that Donald Trump rigged the 2024 election. Because none of you in here can tell me how Donald Trump won every fucking swing state. And how he changed all these different counties from blue to red. None of y'all can tell me. And they did it so strategically that it didn't automatically trigger a recount. But you ain't heard Trump muddle one fucking iota of a word about rigged elections in the 2024 elections. He's still talking about the 2020 election. You ain't heard him say a fucking peep. Not one peep. Not a word. But yeah, they still talk about Joe Biden's mental decline. They're trying to have fucking Senate meetings right now. Look at this fucking racist right here. Keith Stiltner. What happened to the 20 million Democrats votes from 2020 ninja? I know what the fuck you was trying to say, fucking white boy. I know what you was trying to say, you recessive chromosome. Too bad none of you fucking dumbasses got a brain that works. Too bad. Is my facts disturbing that fucking demon in your recessive chromosome body? Your black plague infected lice infected fucking bastard. Does that make you upset? Does that make your coochie hurt? Oh, Trill Will dropping facts on me, man. I got to say something racist now. Oh God. Oh God, I gotta say something racist now. You motherfuckers are the biggest bitches on the internet, G. But here's your fucking leader. Here's your leader. Listen to him.
Especially with war. Things change with war. It can go from one extreme to the other. War is very bad. There was no reason for this to be a war. There was no reason for Russia, Ukraine. A lot of wars there was no reason for. You look right up there, I don't know, see the Declaration of Independence, and I say, I wonder if the Civil War, it always seemed to me maybe that could have been solved without losing 600,000 plus people. So a lot of, it's very sad to see. It's very sad to see what's happening.
Okay. Okay. This man said the Declaration of Independence was the reason for the ending of the Civil War. Okay, when was the Declaration of Independence signed? August 2nd, 1776. When was the Civil War? Okay, I gotta show y'all. We gotta do receipts and shit now. Time to do receipts. The American Civil War is fought April 12th, 1861. The Declaration of Independence, August 2nd, 1776. (1861) 1776. 1861. 1776. 1861. Fucking. That's your president. Because y'all know I like facts. And I don't give a fuck about opinions whatsoever. I care about facts. Statistical, data-proven facts. That's what I care about. This dumbass literally sat in the Oval Office and said, because of the Declaration of Independence, it was written around the time of the Civil War, when it was almost 100 years after the Revolutionary War, and the signing of the Declaration of Independence was the Civil War fought, because America thought it was okay to own black bodies. That was it. Slander man, tell them the truth about it, please, sir, because I did one tour in Iraq. It was all about preservation of oil. Period. I am a United States Marine Corps veteran. So just so the ones who don't know me, now you know. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. Served from 96 to 2004. Yeah. Back to them telling on themselves about rigging the 2024 election. Yep, oil and poppy fields. Okay. Now, let's see Fucker Carlson and Elon Musk. There we go.
Fuck, dude. I'm fucked. If we lose, I'm fucked.
It does seem that way.
I'm a technologist. I know a lot about computers. And I'm like, the last thing I would do is trust a computer program. Because it's just too easy to hack. It's too easy to add just one line.
And he knows those computers better than anybody. All those computers, those vote counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide, so it was pretty good.
You didn't win in no landslide.
Thank you to Elon. He said, computers are the greatest. He looked at some that were just shipped in, some of these vote counting computers. He knew it before it even came in the door. He looked like at the back of it. Oh, I know that one. I mean, he knows that's how. I mean, he knows this stuff better than him.
Then they rigged the election, and now we won. So I'm going to be your president for the Olympics.
Because you don't have to vote. Don't worry about voting. The voting, we got plenty of votes.
And we'll have it fixed up, but you're not going to have to vote.
And I said, we have nothing to hide as Republicans, right? We have nothing to hide.
But we have the data as it comes in from every county in Pennsylvania.
Oh, he can tell us.
Actually, it's Sunday before the election. I had the opportunity to meet with Elon Musk at his house for a couple hours to talk about the election. And aren't you all glad he's on our side? And he told me, he said, I can tell you right now, I'm responsible for this. He said, I'm involved in every battleground state, and we're going to win every battleground state. And I am convinced that whatever he did, whatever rocket science thing he did, made a huge difference in this election.
Apparently, Elon created an app, and he knew who won 4 hours before the results. So as the results were coming in, 4 hours before they called it, Dana White told me, Elon.
Now, do y'all still think I'm a conspiracy theorist? Those were not my words. They said it on camera. So do I still sound like a conspiracy theorist to you? Elon Musk said he knows computers. Elon Musk's Starlink was a satellite used for them to maintain those vote counts. Right now, there are vote counts going on all over the country, in Pennsylvania and New York. They're going on right the fuck now. So now, do I sound like a conspiracy theorist? And I told y'all before, I deal in nothing but facts. Stuff that I can prove. Stuff that I can show you. Substantive evidence that you can go and reach out and touch yourself. You can look at it yourself, and you can get the same conclusion that I got. Elon Musk and Donald Trump was headed to jail. They both knew it. Remember, I asked you guys earlier, how did Elon Musk and Donald Trump get together on this political spectrum? How? Elon Musk was yelling out for Democratic policies because, you know, they was talking about the Green New Deal, EV usage, and giving EV fucking tax breaks. And that benefited nobody but more than fucking Elon Musk. Donald Trump was against EVs, clean energy, green energy. He was against all of it. He was calling it a hoax, a scam, pulled us out of the Paris Accord. These are all facts. That is what he did. Now all of a sudden, what's up, Boulder? What's good with it? Steven on the water, what's up, man? Salute to you, man. Thank you. Joel, salute to you, man. Like, look, listen, I'm only telling y'all this stuff because it's factual. Like, I would be saying something totally different because I'm not one of those ones to be a conspiracy theorist or a sore loser. I'm not one of them. I want to hear my politicians do this. With Senator Duckworth. What she did, just listen. Hold on. All right, I'm finna turn this other screen on thing.
Like my fellow cadets and I did in our first Liberty after basic camp. Luckily, I didn't end up with a questionable tattoo. Your failures, Mr. Secretary, since you've taken office has been
Frederick, salute to you, man. Detroit, what's up, man?
Classified operational information over Signal to chest thump in front of your wife, who, by the way, has no security clearance, risking service member lives in the process. You blew the $1 billion
elongated
fight
muskrat
against the Houthis, whom, again, as my colleague says, has no navy, and yet you lost all of those aircraft. You've created...
How do you lose fucking two $60 million airplanes?
Such a hostile command environment that no one wants to serve as your chief of staff or work with you in other senior DoD leadership roles. But what we should all be talking about, more than all of this, is that you have an unjustified, un-American misuse of the military in American cities, pulling resources and attention away from core missions to the detriment of the country, the war fighters, and yes, the war fighting that you claim to love. I don't know if this is because you are too inexperienced and incompetent to understand the real threats facing our country, or if it's because you are just an unqualified yes man who can't tell the president how to keep Americans safe. You are focusing on renaming bases for Confederate generals. You said just now to Senator King that to a man and to a woman, we would rather be associated with the old Confederate names. Well, I am one of those women. I served at Fort Rucker, Alabama, a base that was named for a traitor who took arms against the United States of America, led troops who killed Americans. It was renamed for Mike Novosel, a Medal of Honor recipient, who in his citation for the Medal of Honor includes that he saved 29 American lives, to include hovering backwards in a helicopter towards an enemy bunker where a wounded American was laying and saved that person, including after being taken fire himself. I know a little something about what it takes to fly a helicopter when you've been hit by enemy fire. That was heroic. I'd rather be associated with Mike Novosel than a failed Confederate traitor.
Me too.
I don't know whether you are inexperienced or too incompetent, but I wonder when you will actually focus on our nation's warfighting mission.
That's how I want every one of our damn political leaders to take these inexperienced, racist, piece of dog shit fucking Republican MAGA window lickers to task. This how I want this is the kind of work I want to hear. None of this, oh, my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, we're just trying to work together, buddies. No, they're not your fucking buddies. They're traitors. They're all fucking traitors. They swore an oath to the Constitution, just like I did. January 10th, 1996. I swore an oath to the Constitution to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And domestic. These people are domestic terrorists. Straight from MCRD Paris Island. Me, 1st Battalion Delta Company. I still remember my fucking rack number, 1069. Still remember it. Barry, salute to you, man. Daniel Barry Sports Highlight. Salute, man. Every single one of these fucking window-licking magatards that are sitting in positions of power, Kristi Noem, Pete Hegseth, fucking Tom Homan, Stephen Miller, every last one of these fucks are treasonous bastards and should be treated like such. They step on the Constitution that a lot of us who are veterans fought to defend against. I'm pretty sure the people who stormed the beaches of Normandy didn't anticipate someone abusing that Constitution and abusing the rights of the American citizens and American publics so that they can assume power to themselves. Then given look at this stupid shit. Space Coast snapshots. Get off the plantation. You're the dumbest fuck I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, people like you really make my ass itch. Get off the plantation. When did I say I was on anybody's fucking plantation? And then on Juneteenth of all days, you brought your stupid, ugly, pasty ass in here to tell me to get off a fucking plantation. A black man on Juneteenth. You motherfuckers have y'all can't read the room for shit, can you? You can't read the room for shit. You can't. You're incapable of it because your DNA has failed you. That's why you're a recessive chromosome. Feel bad about it. Cope. Anyways, like the fuck I was saying, every last one of these fucks kidnapping American citizens, using this whole broad brush, oh man, the immigrants are over here destroying the country. But you ain't got one word to say about the domestic terrorists that drove to the house of a Minnesota fucking sitting fucking congresswoman and her husband and killing them in cold blood. And then going to the house of a state senator and shooting him and his wife 17 fucking times. He's not a terrorist though. But if I go egg a fucking Tesla, I'm a domestic terrorist. Make this shit make the fuck sense. Y'all threw up fucking terroristic fucking charges on Luigi Mangione so fast, I didn't have time to sneeze. I love America. You're a fucking maggot. He's not a fucking... Y'all are fucking stupid. So tell me this, I love America, you fucking window licker. Tell me how a man who voted for Donald Trump, who was an avid Republican... Don't worry, I got you. I got you. I knew one of you fucks would come in here saying that shit. I knew you would. I knew you would. Let me find that video. Let me find that video. Oh, do I have receipts? Will, do you got receipts, bro? Yeah, Will always keeps receipts. Will, guess who this guy is? This is Vance Bolter's roommate.
Dad, Short, just want to let you know I love you guys both, and I wish it hadn't gone this way. I don't want to say anything more and implicate you in any way, because you guys don't know anything about this. But I love you guys, and I'm sorry for all the trouble this has caused. I mean, he was a loving, caring guy, you know, loved his family, loved his friends, and
thank you, Sheldon.
Loved God, and I don't know why he did what he did. It's just, it's not Vance. No one will believe this. No one that grew up. He had lots of friends, trust me. I wish I could have been there to stop him.
This man right here knew Vance Bolter since the 4th grade. They were best friends. He said that Vance Bolter was an avid fucking Republican and he loved Donald Trump. Him. This guy right here. So yeah, there goes that stupid ass fucking bullshit narrative right there. That kills your fucking, oh, he was, Tim Walz appointed him. Of course, because Tim Walz is the governor of Minnesota. The governor. That means he's the governor of Republicans, Independents, Green Party people, Democrats, whoever. He's the guy over everybody. Like the president should be. Oops. Ain't that a fucking concept? The president is the president of everybody, even if you didn't vote for his stinking ass. But y'all ain't got that part of the message, have you? No, you haven't. You ain't got that part of the fucking concept yet. Because you dumb fucks are still mixed up in a whole fucking tank of Donald Trump and these fucking elitists who want us all to be killing and fighting one another and being mad at each other while they steal every fucking ounce of money, every ounce of livelihood and freedoms from every last one of us. They want you in here arguing with me instead of learning something. They want you mad at my black skin so they can steal more of your green money. That's been the play the whole time, homie. Every war. Has any of these elitists fought in any of these fucking wars? Did George Bush's family go and fight in Iraq and Kuwait and Afghanistan? Did he go fight over there? When George Bush claimed that there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, did anybody find any? Y'all are killing my like button. Smash the like button. Double tap the screen. Anybody. I just want to know. I'm asking for the ones in the back over there. I'm asking for the ones over there in the corner that y'all can't see over there. Where y'all got me fucked up at over there. I'm asking for them. Ain't the president supposed to be the president of all Americans? He swore an oath to the Constitution. No one swears an oath to a person. No one does. The forefathers who wrote the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, all that shit. All that was meant so there won't be tyranny rule in America ever again. So a 5-time draft dodger is trying to tell you what history is, and this motherfucker don't know the difference between the Civil War and the Declaration of Independence. But you want me to sit here and listen to you fucks come and tell me some shit. But meanwhile, my black ass is right here trying to tell you stupid fucks that what Lyndon B. Johnson said was the absolute truth, and you fuckers fall for it hook, line, and sinker every fucking time. If I can convince the poorest white man that he is better than the most prestigious black man, he won't even notice that I'm picking his pockets. Hell, give him somebody to look down on, and he'll empty his pockets for you. And y'all are dead broke now, because y'all been emptying y'all pockets for generations. And now racism is too expensive, and now you're feeling it. The same shit you wanted black folks to feel. The same shit you wanted us to feel from bringing Donald Trump's raggedy orange ass back into the White House to steal more money for taxpaying Americans. The same shit. That was the only reason why y'all voted for this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what kind of bullshit ass reason y'all try to give me. I voted for Donald Trump because of the economy. The economy's in the trash. How did you go from the #1 economy in the world to a damn near recession in less than 6 months? But DEI though. It's DEI. DEI though. And you're supposed to be the supreme ones. You're supposed to be the supreme race. That's what you racist motherfuckers say, right? Y'all are supposed to be the supreme race. But every time y'all get in charge of something, you fuck it up. You fuck it up, and you fuck it up royally. You're fucking it up right now. There ain't no black people you can blame this shit on. That tariff war, you can't blame black people for. The war in Iran, you can't blame black people for. You can't do it. Nope. This big, beautiful scam, you can't blame black folks for it. Oops. You took away your only scapegoat. You can't blame the trans. You can't blame the LGBTQ community. Can't blame them. The only ones that are in charge are white straight people. That's it. Elitist. That is it. Just energetic Ace. What's up with it, man? You can't. Who can y'all blame now? Who can y'all blame now? You can't blame nobody else. It's y'all. It's always been you. Meanwhile, black people been sitting here for years, generation, telling everybody who can hear, even the ones who trespassed against us, even the ones who was out here in lynch parties, looking and hunting black bodies. We still been trying to tell you motherfuckers and warn y'all. These elitists want you motherfuckers to do exactly what they want so they can steal all the money from you without you looking, because you are so hell-bent on curing your thirst for racism that you won't even notice that they're stealing all the money out your motherfucking house. While you out here with your fucking sheets over your head and your rebel flags in the air thinking you're doing something noble, these motherfuckers are skewing y'all blind. What's up, Aunt Banks? The truth sounds hard. The truth hurts. But racism is too expensive for you because you gave all your money to the elites. Like Donald Trump, like Jeff Bezos, like Elon Musk. Y'all gave all your motherfucking money to them because y'all listened to Reagan. Y'all thought Reagan was one of the best presidents alive that ever lived. Y'all thought Reaganomics was the shit. You thought Reaganomics was the biggest phenomenon since sliced bread. And it turned out it was nothing more but a Ponzi scheme to give the rich more money and steal it from the middle class. The biggest dope boy on the planet, Ronald Reagan, convinced you motherfuckers to give up your fucking sovereignty. And you did it full well. You did it. You did it. Good job, man. Good job. Good job. Good job. You're fucking stupid. Yep, America's going to get dragged into another war because of Bibi Netanyahu. And you stupid fucks still believe this motherfucker. He been telling the same lie. You know the difference between 1992 and 2025? Social media. And social media, you have the opportunity and you have the availability to bring shit like this to tag so everybody can see it. So now it's not done in the dark. Now you can see patterns. Now you can study history. And now you can say, wait a minute. Wait a minute. In 1992, Bibi Netanyahu stood on the Congress floor, and he said that Iran was building up fucking nuclear weapons, and we went to war for it. Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Iraqi freedom. Going right back into war again for Bibi Netanyahu's greed. Then y'all done got bold. Y'all done got real bold now. Y'all got so bold now the way y'all start saying shit like, oh, if somebody tells you that Bibi Netanyahu is a genocidal fucking narcissist, now you're anti-Semitic. I didn't. When did I say anything about the 24 karat people? When did I say anything about the small hats? I didn't say shit. I said Bibi Netanyahu is a genocidal maniac playing victim on TV and sucking America into a fucking war that we don't need to be fighting in. Because think about it. We get thrown into a war with Iran. On top of the big, beautiful fucking scam. They're going to bankrupt this country in 2 years. Probably less than that. They're going to bankrupt this country so fast, it'll make your fucking head spin. Yep. Nope, Detroit, they don't. They don't care. They do not care. All they care about is money and power. That is all. That's it. That's all. All they care about is money. Money and power. Money and power. Bibi Netanyahu's been telling that same lie since forever. Ain't nobody say shit. Look at these motherfuckers. I'm telling y'all, this is how these motherfuckers rewrite history. The lost cause doctrine. Look at what they say. Thank a Republican. Just so you know, let me give you a brief history lesson. Before the 13th Amendment was ratified in the Constitution, black people voted Republican in high numbers, consistently, just like we vote Democrat now. When Atwater and Goldwater did their big, wonderful fucking plan of the Great Party switch and the Southern strategy, the party switched from the Dixiecrats to the Republicans. The Republicans essentially became the Democrats of old. And these stupid fucks still don't have no concept of facts or history or anything. That's why people like me are here. That's why I'm here. Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you want to make these Republicans today, the ones who support neo-Nazis, the ones who carry around that fucking rebel piece of shit flag, the one who's trying to rewrite history and erase black history, the ones who's out here trying to make it so black people get thrown back into a field and they know good and goddamn well we ain't going without a fight. The same ones who enact all these racist policies, letting the police free reign, letting ICE go in and kidnap people. All these ones doing all this shit. Every last one of them. Every one of them. Every single fucking one of them. They want you to believe that they're still the Republican Party of old. And they're not. They're the Dixiecrats 2.0. That's them. Yep, Diane, it's going to drag China and Russia into it. Soon as America flinches the wrong way, China and Russia on the way. And Russia wouldn't even have been a problem if Donald Trump would have left well enough alone, left those sanctions in place, and let them get the fuck put to them. But the reason why, because Trump is beholden to Vladimir Putin. Trump tried to build a fucking Trump Tower in Moscow in 2013. And I do believe Vladimir Putin got some evidence, if you know what I'm saying. Some nefarious acts that Donald Trump committed while overseas. Because an experienced KGB expert like Vladimir Putin is good at manipulation and blackmail and espionage. Who'd have thought Donald Trump would be the president? Not Epstein Island. This is something totally different, Sheldon, even though that's still fucked up. But something happened in Russia, 2013. That's why he got the name Krasnov. Y'all got to remember that. Y'all have got to remember that shit. Y'all got to remember that. I want y'all to listen to this and tell me what y'all think. This is The View. Whoopi Goldberg and their panel, they're all doing, and I'm just gonna let y'all listen to it because I'm afraid they're gonna probably try to copyright me and shit. I'm just showing y'all what the clip looked like. But I'm gonna let y'all listen and let Whoopi Goldberg talk to the peoples.
And it's slow.
But let's just remember too, the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the thing. Let's not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
Where the Iranian regime is 2 days is nothing compared to the United States.
Hanging black people. So
it's not even the same. I could accept during this.
That's not what you mean to say.
Did y'all hear what this bitch just said? See, the thing about white supremacists and these daughters of the Confederacy, like that white bitch right there, her, y'all know the thing about them? Cognitive dissonance is real. Whoopi Goldberg is telling you about black experiences in America. And you're over here trying to talk about Iran being, throwing gay people off the building and shit. What are y'all doing here? You want to talk about the Post nightclub shooting? You want to talk about that one? Because that was because he wanted to eradicate all gays. Yeah, you want to talk about that? Nah, you don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about all the lynchings that happened because of black skin. You want to talk about all the buildings you blew up because of black skin. You want to talk about Tulsa, Elaine, Arkansas, Ocollie, Florida. You want to talk about Rosewood, Florida. You want to talk about all these motherfucking places, but you ain't got nothing to say. You want to talk about Iran? And then you're going to try to pretend and play in my face like America ain't got no fucking Human Rights Act that they're violating right now? Go on, cool.
Is the same.
No, it's not. The year 2025 in the United States is nothing like if I step foot wearing this outfit in Toronto and killed for
I'm sorry.
I can't have my hair showing. I can't wear a skirt. I can't have my arms out.
I'm telling you,
I literally said it was up to the Iranian.
You see how they always try to stonewall somebody black when they're trying to tell them motherfuckers what's what? You so much in your fucking... Look, I'm going to show y'all who I'm talking about. This bitch is so in her fucking feelings. She is so... See, but the people... I can't even wear a skirt. I can't wear this. I can't wear that. I can't wear this. I can't wear... You're not listening to Whoopi tell you what the fuck black people still go through. We still go through this shit. There's bodies still being lynched right now. Kendrick Johnson's family would like a word, please. This bitch right here is so stuck on her fucking white privilege. Won't even take 2 seconds to shut the fuck up and listen to what Whoopi Goldberg is saying. And what she's saying is absolutely facts. Absolute fucking facts. Factuals. Nothing that Whoopi Goldberg said in this clip was false. She's telling you about how you Americans, white America, has treated black people for over 400 fucking years. Oh, no, man, that was different. Shout out to Mahari in the super chat. He said once China and Russia pull up, World War III. Facts. Continue.
Yes, and that's why I am saying that it is the same. Murdering someone for their difference is not good, whoever does it. It's not good. So that's why I said you weren't saying what I heard was not what you meant.
I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
Not if you're black.
Guys, don't go to Quran. Do not anyone at the table to go to Quran.
Let me tell you about.
See again? Y'all hear her out trying to stonewall Whoopi Goldberg and Sonny? You see how they try to stonewall her? You see how? You see it? Did you see it? Not if you're black. No, y'all can't talk. You always got to talk about race. You got to talk about race. See, you're a race baiter. See, the blacks, y'all are race baiting. Y'all got to race bait and bring race into everything. Y'all built this country off race. You stole trillions of dollars off race. JP Morgan Chase built their fortunes off of black bodies. New York Life built their fortune off of black bodies. Don't believe me? Google it. Google it. All that whataboutism and stupid shit, I don't have time for. Go ahead.
Being in this country. This is the greatest country in the world. But yeah, I know that. And we all know that. But every day we are worried. Do we have to be worried about our kids? Are our kids going to get shot because they're running through somebody's neighborhood? They are not big deals, and I don't mean to say they're not big deals to you, because that's not what I meant.
And they are not doing well there either.
I get what she's trying to say, but go ahead, we'll be cool.
They are not doing well in Iran. They are not educated. They cannot property. They cannot leave States.
I'm talking about
nobody wants to diminish the very real problems we have in this country. That's no one's intent. But I think it's important we remember there are places much darker than this country and people who deserve rights.
Not everybody feels that way. Not everybody feels that way. Listen, I'm sorry. You know, when you think about the fact that we got the vote in 1965.
Okay, they don't have free and fair elections in Iran.
See, I told y'all. See, again. Whiteness. Ladies and gentlemen, whiteness. You see, every time Whoopi Goldberg brings up a fucking point that's valid, all she do is project. Oh, black people did not get the right to vote in America until 1965. After the passage of the Civil Rights Act, and you lost your goddamn minds because of that. I am part of one of few fucking communities. One of few communities. I'm part of one of few generations in the black community right now that has free will to vote. UFO, we get your point. Free Palestine. I agree with you. Now stop spamming my chat, please. Thank you. And if you can't do that, you're going to be blocked. I'm on your side, UFO. Do I like what's going on in Palestine? No, I don't. I can't stand it. Bibi Netanyahu is using one incident, October 7th of last year, to fucking bum the shit out of babies. And shit, I'm not with none of that shit. None of it. None of us in here are with that bullshit. All of us in here agree with you. You don't have to spam the chat to get on people's nerves. You don't have to do that. We already got your point, dog. But anyway, like I was saying, white privilege in America allows white women like this to do shit like this. And if it wasn't for the black people doing and fighting for civil rights, she wouldn't be sitting in that chair she's sitting in right now. Because the biggest benefactors of fucking, DEI initiatives and affirmative action are white women. white women. The 19th Amendment would have never been passed without Fannie Lou Hamer. Let's talk about that. PJ's Big Dog, what's up, man? So I'm gonna let Whoopi keep cooking. Go ahead, keep cooking.
It's not even the same universe. They can't go out of their house. The women.
You know what? There's no way I can make you understand.
No, let me try something. It's like try to reverse roles with a black person in this country, let's say, because I think that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Just try to understand from their point of view. From that point of view, this country does not do them well. Does not go for them.
I completely acknowledge that. And we shouldn't compare atrocities.
If you're talking about Iran, of course, is doing worse things. But relatively speaking,
well, you know
it feels bad.
Okay, but I think you know that Iran is significantly
I guess we're going to come back.
No, the fuck they're not. How the fuck can she set her lily white ass on that fucking stage and say, no, Iran is doing is far worse? Do you really want to talk about the real history behind slavery? How slave masters had other slaves defecate in the mouth of slaves who try to escape? And they had to be forced to hold their mouths shut while you had shit in your fucking mouth? You want to talk about how they fed babies to alligators using them as gator bait? How they use black skin for purses and shoes and belts and shit? How they use black hair to fill up their cushions in their chairs and shit? You want to talk about real shit? Or you want to do the whitewash version where it sounds like y'all glorified fucking racism and gone with the wind? You motherfuckers... Yeah, see, that's what you fucking racist motherfuckers do all the time. You run your lily white ass right away from accountability, and what about your way out of it? Every fucking time. Oh, what about over in Iran? This life is way worse over there. Well, ask a black person in America then, Jack. Ask them that. When they see their child get mowed down in the street by a police officer who's supposed to be defending them, and that cop walks free with no charges. Ask them how they feel about that. Ask them how they feel about that shit. Ask them how you can find two black boys hanging in the woods and you blame it on a suicide / motherfucking unalive. Y'all always go and pontificate bullshit ass reasonings for black trauma every fucking time. And if it was so great in America, then why is there a fucking clause in the Constitution that deems my black ass 3/5 of a human being? When I do everything you do, even though it's better, I do everything you can do. I breathe like you. My blood pumps like yours. There's no difference between me and you but my fucking skin. How in the fuck are you more superior to me because you ain't got no melanin in your skin? How the fuck does that work? And this bitch can set her ass on that stage with a straight face and tell Whoopi Goldberg it wasn't so bad in America for blacks. It wasn't so... See, it's always you with that superhero complex to make you think you can set your ass right there on a fucking stage and tell a black person how it feels to be black in America. Oh, see, Whoopi Goldberg is rich. So? But the majority of black people are poor. And by design. Not because of some shit they did, but because of a system that was designed to keep them that way. There's so many fucking black bodies that I can just talk about right the fuck now. There's so many. I would spend hours going over cases after case after case after case of Tatiana Jefferson, Philando Castile, Laquan McDonald, Ahmaud Arbery, Terrence Crutcher, Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. Then you got the nerve to sit your ass on the stage and talk to Whoopi Goldberg like she don't know what it feels like to be black in America. There ain't a soul on this planet. There ain't a white body in America that can tell a black person how to be black in America or how it feels to be black in America. It's so many fucking names that I can come off the top of my dome with, and I don't even gotta Google them. It's so bad, I don't even have to Google them. That I can come off my dome with so many black bodies that died and no justice happened. None. I can tell you the case. I can tell you what happened in the case of all these bodies. James Byrd Jr. was killed on his way home from a club, and he caught a ride from a friend, and they decided that they wanted to use him as an ornament on the back of the truck like it was a fucking just got married fucking time. And they drugged that man for miles till his body parts fell off his body. And they scooped his body parts up and put them on the stoop of a church to send a fucking message. But you got the nerve to tell me Iran is worse than America. Suck my dick. Y'all built a fucking system around oppressing the black people. You built a whole fucking system around it. And you still too pussy to even admit that you built that same system to oppress black folks all over this fucking country. You still won't admit it. Oh, it's race baiting. Oh, it's race. No, it's the fucking truth. It's the fuck. You motherfuckers are so scared that if black people get an ounce of equality in this country, that we gonna leave you in the dust. You want to bring us down to your mediocrity. It's always been that. And I'm gonna give you a fucking recent example. Coco Gauff. Coco Gauff goes to the French Open and she opens up a mean can of whoop ass. And what does the racist whites do? Try to demoralize this lady. Try to tell her, oh, she ain't that good. She only did this. Look at the WNBA. All these motherfuckers are praising a mediocre white girl playing basketball in Caitlin Clark. And every little thing that happens to her, they are, it happened to Caitlin Clark. Oh my God. Oh, you even got these fucking Sambo ass fucking sports commentators coming to her rescue. But the one who actually won the fucking women's fucking college basketball ring, Angel Reese, she gets no shine. Or Aja Wilson, who's dominating women's basketball right now. You don't hear a word about her and her accolades. You don't hear shit about her. All you hear is this mediocre fucking man-face looking Caitlin Clark. That's all you hear. And y'all still want to come and tell me that there ain't no racism in America. And black people just victimize themselves by complaining about race all the time when I just gave you many of examples. Many of them. If there wasn't no racism in this country, then why are there army bases named after Confederate generals then? If there's no racism in America, then why is Pete Hegseth trying to erase black bodies from history? If there's no racism in America, why is Donald Trump a fucking Klansman in chief? How in the fuck is he trying to eliminate all things that have to do with being black? How? How? Hey, Mr. J, how many fucking national championships does Caitlin Clark have versus Angel Reese? I don't give a fuck about numbers right now. I'm talking about sheer facts. Who won the championship? It wasn't Caitlin Clark. I'll go ahead and help you out. Who's a better player, Caitlin Clark or Aja Wilson? Aja Wilson by a fucking mile. You still want to bring that mediocre white girl to the front of the class. And she ain't did half the shit, a quarter of the shit that Aja Wilson has done. Aja Wilson deserves the fucking clout. She earned it. But anyway, back to what the fuck I was saying. Back to what I was saying. See, you just proving my fucking point, boo. Just proving my point. It's wild that we live in a country where white women think that Iran is the only bad place in America, than America. Like black people, we ain't had no experience. Black people ain't had no experience. Black people ain't had none. Y'all ain't got no reason to complain. You free now. I don't give a fuck, Chris N. I do not give a flying fuck. I got more important things to think about than Caitlin Clark's mediocre ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't. I don't have time to give a fuck about that meaningless shit. It don't affect my livelihood whatsoever. But what this White House is doing does. So that's why it's more important than I am. To me, that is. Caitlin can ball. Hey, y'all ain't never heard me say Caitlin Clark couldn't ball. I said she mediocre. And that's what she is. She's Larry Bird. Mediocre, but she can shoot. So, I don't give a fuck. I care about these fucking racist ass fucking Klansmen in the White House pushing us to a war that we don't need to be fighting in. Simply for money. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. Now, if this was a different time and we had somebody that had common sense in the White House, then yeah, we can talk sports all day long, Jack. We can. I'd be more than happy to enlighten you. I would. We can pull numbers. We can talk about shooting percentages. We can talk about rebounds. We can talk about steals, blocks. We can talk about all the shit. But right now, I don't give a flying fuck. I couldn't find a fuck to give about the WNBA right now. I don't give a fuck. What do you say to the black man that's not marginalized? Doesn't he see himself as inferior? That question don't even make fucking sense. And the ones that don't see themselves as marginalized are usually Sambos. My bad. Gotta play my song. My bad. Yep, that question just sparked that one. So Chris N says, I can't for the life of me. Hold on, Renee. I'm trying to read it. I'm trying to read this mediocre shit he said. Shit. I can't for the life of me understand. So you mad and I'm not inferior. What makes you superior? That's my question. What makes you superior? The ability to steal every chance you get? The skew the law so it's in your favor so you have every fucking advantage? It don't sound superior to me at all. It sound like you're a fucking cheater. A glorified cheater at that. Oops. Everything I earn by my brow. I ain't have no advantage. So would you call someone who has to come in the game with every cheat code superior? Or the one who had to get it from the mud superior? Thank you. Ain't nobody superior to nothing. We're all human beings. That's the point I'm trying to make. And the elitists have put that chip in your head to have you thinking about who's inferior and who's superior, to blind you to the fact that they're stealing all your goddamn money. That's why I'm here. To get you to get out of that dumbass mindset. Because there's nobody superior to nobody. No one. We're all here to coexist amongst each other. That's what it's supposed to be. But given the current administration and the current the environment of this fucking nation right now. Yeah. Yeah. That's the plan. That's been the plan. It's never been Democrat versus Republican. It's never been that. That's the easy game. That's nothing but hopscotch. The chess is the elites versus all our broke asses. So we can have your broke ass and my broke ass blaming each other for our misfortunes and our non-ability to get money or wealth. So that we all can sit here and do that shit. And meanwhile, at the same time, while we're still here arguing amongst each other, they are racking in bank. Just like in 2017, you didn't get the message? When Trump passed the Tax Cut and Job Act in 2017, those companies who saw those big ass windfalls, what did they do with that money? They had $830 billion they got incentives on. $830 billion worth of incentives. My brother Drew Titan, what's up, man? They took that money, bought back all their stocks and dividends, and then fired their employees and gave themselves raises. Just like they're going to do with all this fucking debt that Donald Trump is going to throw on top of America. We're going to be over $100 trillion in debt if they pass this bullshit ass bill by 2031. My brother Bearded Viking, what's up, bro? So y'all keep buying into that bullshit ass lie. Oh, it's the blacks versus the whites. No, it's the rich versus the poor, dumbass. And when last time I checked, all 153 people in here, plus myself, 154 people, are all not rich. All of us are not rich. We're not. That's all. They use any social construct to put us at odds with one another so we can be fighting over the most stupidest shit while they steal money. Because it's about maintaining wealth and power. Money equals power in America. Look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk looked like a fucking window-licking weirdo. There's nothing intelligent about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is just good at conning people. Yep, Willie Lynch. Right here on display in 2025. Look, don't even touch Bama Dun. Don't touch them. I want that one. Leave that one for me. So, Bama Dun says, you going to try to tell me we would have been better off with the other administration that was running for president at the time. I doubt she would go walk with the North Korean president for peace. You either got to be the dumbest motherfucker alive or you don't pay attention to anything factual whatsoever and you listen to Fox propaganda every day. Because if the other administration, Kamala Harris, would have been president, we wouldn't be doing this shit right now. We still have the #1 economy in the world. We wouldn't be facing a recession. People wouldn't be getting snatched off the street by fucking pardoned January 6ers. Donald Trump would be in fucking jail. Elon Musk would be right behind him. Curtis Yarvin and fucking Peter Thiel wouldn't be putting their fucking tech bro fucking Nazi plan into action, but via Project 2025. We wouldn't be the laughing stock of the world. And quite possibly, we wouldn't be seeing the escalating tensions in Iran right now. We damn sure wouldn't be seeing that shit in Ukraine. Because you know what would have happened? Those sanctions would have probably been doubled under Kamala Harris because she's smart. There ain't a fucking Trump supporter who can come in here and tell me and try to make me feel bad for voting for Kamala Harris. There's not one of you fucking dumb fucks that can come in here and make me believe that somehow it would have been worse off with Kamala Harris as president than this bumbling fucking stupid dumbass who doesn't even know the difference between the Declaration of Independence and the fucking Civil War. There ain't none of you dumb fucks in here that can come in here and make a case to make it sound like even plausible that a Kamala Harris presidency would have been worse than what we got now. Bullshit. I guarantee you her presidency would have been 10,000 times better than what we got now. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. We wouldn't be doing this stupid shit right now. Chris, either you are blind or you ain't paying attention, big dog. Yep. Zeke girl, about time for it.
Jigaboos, jigacoons, they're everywhere. They're over there. They're ready to sell you out for a little bag and a little bit of clout. The jig is up for all your jigaboos. You're not welcome here and we don't rock with you. So go back to your cool universe.
Don't forget to tip the bartender. Shit, donate. But I always gotta bring that song out because coons and jigaboos love waltzing their way in here trying to make the situation. Oh, it's better off with Donald Trump in office, man. If Kamala was in office, it'd be far worse than what it is. And in what way? You can't even give me a way it'd be worse. You can't even tell me one way it'd be worse if Kamala Harris was president. You can't tell me because she ain't never been president before. When she was vice president, why did she pass all that stuff she was talking about before? Because she wasn't president. Yes, Mika, hit that subscribe button. Yeah. Go on and hit it for the one time. Because I'll be here beating these Sambos, buck dancers, MAGA window lickers, and retards up every chance I get online. Every fucking time. And I'm going to make sure that I stay on task because y'all need a good straightening. And I'm here to give it to you. Because one thing I ain't going to do is I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. I ain't gonna sit up here and pretend like Donald Trump is the best thing smoking. Man, see, Donald Trump is the best president in America. No, the fuck you ain't. You can't even give me a reason. You can't. She couldn't talk without. That's the Bama. Do you know how politics work, dude? Do you? Do you know how politics work? She couldn't talk without using talking points. That's the point. Her talking points was her policies. Foreign policy, domestic policy, infrastructure, fucking everything. That's what she's supposed to do. Wasn't Donald Trump doing the same thing, Bama? Wouldn't he? Y'all, somebody please let Bama know how motherfucking infused in politics I am. That I should be running for a seat in Congress or Senate. Can someone please let him know? Please? Because he obviously don't know who the fuck he talking to. I'm not one of them ones you come in here and think I'm just saying the trendy thing that everybody else is saying. Nope, I ain't that guy. I know where the fuck to go get the information. I know what I'm looking at. I know who's responsible for what. And I can tell you this with straight up honesty, it wouldn't have been the same shit. Donald Trump didn't give you one fucking policy. He gave you concepts of a policy. The only thing real he said is he's going to be a dictator. But he tried to clean it up by saying on day one. Just on day one. That's what he said. But he's been a dictator for over 160 days. So there's that. So tell me again, how would it be better? Mika, salute to you. Joining the PMP Cub gang. Oh, yeah. You found somebody that actually know what they're talking about now. And now you're not going to be able to scapegoat and come up with these stupid ass reasons like Kamala Harris wasn't black enough. Oh, we didn't know her. They should have had a primary. But I tell you what, to answer and confound all that BS that you out here slanging, you knew everything you needed to know about Donald Trump. That's all you needed to know. Comprende? Because you knew he tried to do the same thing his first administration, but he had people who actually valued the Constitution right beside him. He got rid of all that. And all he got is these window-licking retards. Oh, all they do is lick boots all day. That is all they do. That is all they do. That is it. That is all. Period. Point blank. So you mean to tell me that Pete Hegseth would have been a better choice than what Kamala Harris would have put as Secretary of Defense? Or Kristi Noem as Secretary of Homeland Security? Or Tulsi Gabbard as in charge of DNI? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Electing a fucking felon over a prosecutor is wild. And the only reason y'all give is some BS reasons too. I tell you this, I give y'all nothing but fucking facts. All of my opinions are based on them. My opinions are based in fact. You're not gonna get by with shit over here, bro. You're not. Bama, as hard as you trying, big dog, you can't. I know too much about this shit. I know the plan, the plan of the plan, the plan of the plan of the plan. I know what they got going on. Everything you seeing now has been in the works for over 30 years, 30, 40 years. Palantir, Curtis Yarvin, fucking Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, all of them. Donald Trump, the Heritage Foundation, the Federalist Society, all of them motherfuckers have been working hand over fist. Matter of fact, it's been longer than that. It's been since 1964. After the passage of the Civil Rights Act, they've been constructing this plan for that long. They're just waiting to get the right person in office to fulfill their wet dreams of being white supremacists again, without impunity. They want the South to rise again, the Confederacy. This is all this is. Project 2025 is the playbook to bring back Jim Crow 2.0. That is it. No religious liberty, no freedom of speech, centralized power to the executive branch. That's all it was. Bama, when does Donald Trump know what the fuck he's doing, bro? Let me read what you said first. Hold on. Let me read what you said. You said the first time Trump was in office, he had no clue what he was doing. He had no clue what he was doing. The wrong team and the wrong people in his ear. Once again, I did not vote for that idiot. But I didn't vote for her either. So you just as bad. You didn't vote for her either. You voted for Donald Trump. No matter who you voted for. Look, I'm going to explain something to y'all. There was only 2 candidates on that ticket that could get to the White House. It wasn't Jill Stein's yellow teeth. It wasn't Cornel West. It was nobody on that card that could get to the White House outside of Kamala Harris or Donald fucking Trump. That's it. That's all. I don't care what you say. I don't care how many excuses you make. I don't give a damn what kind of... I don't care. I don't care. The only 2 candidates that were going to make it to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue was either Kamala Harris or that fucking felon. That was it. That was it. Crash, what up, big dog? That's it. He said because she could not talk without talking points. You mean to tell me, Bama, look, listen to me, big dog. Come here. Bring it in, cuz. Bring it in. Bring it in. Come here. Let me talk to you, Playboy. Donald Trump used talking points in every one of his Klan meetings that he had since he entered into politics. Make America great again. I'm going to be your voice. I am your retribution. One used talking points from a white supremacist playbook. The other one used talking points for how to rebuild America and make it better. Whoops. Yes, Shoe. Shoe. See, Shoe, me and you right here. Me and you, Shoe. Me and you are right here. We right here. We right here. We right here. We right here like Chuck Schumer's glasses. We right here. We here. You picking up what I'm putting down. I'm trying to get Bama to understand that Donald Trump used nothing but talking points with no substance, though. Kamala Harris, not so much. She had substance behind her words because she was already a part of an administration that had made leaps and bounds, and they staged the fastest recovery since COVID. Rebuilt the whole economy after Trump sunk it. After Trump added $8.4 trillion of debt. Was shaking hands with Putin. Hey, matter of fact, I was watching Black Klansman before I got on here, dog. I'm telling you, there is no excuse you can tell me as the reason why Kamala Harris was a worse pick than Donald Trump. There is nothing. There's not one. You can't give me. You can try that with somebody else, homie. It ain't gonna ride with me. At the end of the day, you have two candidates on a ticket that can make it to the White House because of the draconian fucking electoral college system. That's the only way they're going to the White House. Those two bodies right there. That's it. I served 8 years. You served 15 years. Congratulations. Thank you for your service. Still, that doesn't mean that you know more than me. I'm just saying. What's up, Tim Tags? How you doing, man? Y'all smash the like button. Y'all do my lights disgusting. You assume I don't know what things are that I can't find. That's what you assume, Bama. You don't know me. Therefore, you can't say that. Hate, fear, ignorance, politics are local. They're about permanent issues that shape our everyday lives. If it weren't for some of the policies people love to dismiss, we'd be still seeing public. I want to see what the rest you wrote. Shoot, you see, shoot, I can get down with that, homie. I can. You have the right to say both of them are stupid, so you didn't vote for neither. Well, how's Kamala Harris stupid? I want to know that. I want to hear that one, dog. I want to hear that one. How's Kamala Harris stupid? And don't come in here sound like a misogynist either. Memphis Mine, what's up, Brody? Tay, what's up, Brody? Hey, tell Brian Norman, hey, congratulations. He put on a motherfucking masterclass. I'm going to go back and watch it again. He ain't have to sleep cuz like that, though, dude. He didn't have to do him like that, G. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Brian Norman beat the brakes off that dude, bro. Brian Norman beat the brakes off. I want him to unify. I want Brian Norman Jr. to unify. I want it to happen now. Yeah, Sheldon, tell him you can't both sides your way up out of here, bro. You can't. Not with me. I know too much. One side is flawed. One side is fucking disgusting and racist. I'll go to the flawed side because you can work on flawed shit. I can work on flawed shit all day long. I'm a flawed human being. I'm still working on myself. I'm on a project at work right now. I ain't perfect by a long shot. No way I ever claim to be. I won't claim to be at all. I won't. I will not. I will not. One side wants to be fascist. The other side just want to play nice. Yes, Crash. That's my point, Brody. Sheesh. That is my point, bro. How is Trump the less of two evils? The man staged a fucking coup. How? I don't understand y'all rationalization for this shit. I want somebody to tell me as if I'm a Trump window licker. Talk to me. Tell me, how is Kamala Harris the worst of two evils? How is that? How? I really want to know. I want to know how Kamala Harris is the worst of two evils when one of the evils tried to overthrow the government, then lied about it, then stole classified information and probably buried it at Westminster. Oh, my sweet mother of freaking God, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, I thought Trump wouldn't start no wars either. That's what they said. That's what they said, dog. That's what they told us. Kamala would not be teasing no war with nobody. We wouldn't be in this shit if she was in office. What's up, Stay Smart? We wouldn't be in this shit if it wasn't. Man, if Kamala Harris was in office, we'd be at brunch right now. We'd be talking about other shit. Bama, you gotta start learning where to really, really look, dog. And once you get an understanding of where I get my information from, big dog, then you'll understand my mindset on politics, bro. It's not hard. It really ain't. I show you where to get it. I'm not a gatekeeper. I don't keep no information to myself. I show everybody where to go look for it. I show you where to go get it. I show you how to go get it. I show you where to go look for it. And it ain't on CNN. And it ain't on MSNBC. It ain't on Fox Propaganda either. It ain't none of them places. I go to the actual fucking source. Like the other day, I did a video talking about right-wing terrorism because, you know, you had those fucking window lickers on the internet talking about how this dude who killed those two people that sent that congresswoman and her husband in their house and then shot the senator and his wife 17 times. And they try to make him sound like, oh, he was a Democrat. No, he wasn't. No, wasn't. Dude was a registered Republican and he voted for Trump. And he's one of those psycho televangelists, motherfuckers running around, oh God, and don't believe none of the stuff he talking about. Yeah, he was one of them. A typical window licking Trump supporter. Yeah. But you want to equate and say that make this false equivalency to the Republican Party and the Democratic Party being the same. No, the fuck they're not. One's flawed, the other one's fucked up. I want to be on the flawed side of history. That means you got work to do. This one is fucked up beyond repair. This Republican Party, the Republican Party is dead. This is the party of Trump. This is the party of Trump. Mitten Maid doesn't understand how fucking Congress work. Lord Jesus. Yep, Shaker, it's lazy. It's intellectually lazy. Like, people make that both sides argument. It's lazy. It's lazy. On all sides, it's lazy. Oh, man, fuck it. Both sides are the same. They both just as bad. Two feathers off the same bird, bro. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Okay, if they're two sides, okay, let's go ahead and disperse this fucking two sides bullshit argument, right? Okay? All right. Which party has a bill right now that wants to kick 11 to 14 million people off health care? Put an R in the chat for Republicans or a D in the chat for Democrats. We're going to play, swear to God, that's what we're going to play. That's what we're going to play. Which party is passing a bill that's going to kick 14 million people off health care? The party of D or the party of R? Put it in the chat. Come on, we can play follow up with one another. Go ahead. I got one R. There's another one. Another R. Question number 2. Which party stood beside Silent as their leader staged a coup d'etat in real time on national TV? Was it the Dems or the Republicans? Got another R. Y'all want me to keep going? Which party always passes bills that benefit the rich and corporations? Democrats or the Republicans? And then if you want to come in here and say the Democrats, oh, I got news. Oh, let me go ahead and get my gun loaded real quick. Let me go ahead and load my gun real quick. Let me go ahead and load my gun real quick. Real quick. Let me go ahead and load my gun real quick. Let me go ahead and load my gun real quick. Before y'all come in here saying the Dems did. The Dems. Nope, I'm going to show you what my source. There's my source. There's my source. There's my source. Congress.gov. I can look up every HR bill. As a matter of fact, let's go look at this one. What does that say? Republican. Yep, Crash. That's the most sensible thing I heard somebody say yet. If both parties were the same, then there wouldn't be no use for no fucking elections because everybody be voting for the same person. Fucking idiots. Y'all, like I told y'all, these elitists got y'all asses fucked all the way up. Y'all are fucked up. Y'all fucked up bad. Fucked up bad. Were you in the military? Yes, Marine Corps. It's Sergeant Will to you. Sergeant Will. You'll call me by my rank. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. So, show y'all more evidence and shit. Why I say the whole two-party narrative is bullshit. Read it. Read it. Read this. Read that. It would increase the deficit by $2.4 trillion over the 2025 through 2034 period. The estimate reflects a $3.7 trillion reduction in revenues. So that's going to increase the deficit more. And right now, the Senate is trying to add more fucking cuts to it. There you go. This is from the source. This is from the source. Yes, Tim Tags, I would have got court-martial. I ain't fighting for fucking Trump. Fuck him. You can go to congress.gov to read the actual CBO report. That's what you can do. That's what you can do, because that's where I get all my information from. I'll go straight here and I'll read straight from the CBO. Not fucking Republicans out here lying about it. Oh, we're gonna save so much money. Oh, we're gonna save much more money. We're gonna say no, you're not. No, you're gonna add more to the deficit. You're gonna steal money away from the middle class, make them poorer. You're gonna steal more money from the poor class, and you're gonna totally eradicate the poor. So by 2034, the people making $15,000 or less is going to see a 74% increase in taxes on themselves, as if they can afford it now. They barely can afford to they ain't even affording to live right now. So you're going to add more debt to them and then get on TV and criticize those people for being homeless and poor. What type of shit is this? And then the ones coming here trying to get on their little soapboxes. Oh, we already paying the immigrants all this money. No, the immigrants pay for themselves. The immigrants have contributed, like last tax year, $102 billion. Sheldon, I can't see who you talking to. Hold on, let me look. Let me look who you talking to. Reagan. How do you like all them illegals getting free housing? These motherfuckers pay their way, dumbass. They're doing it, Reagan. They're doing it right now. You're stealing. Now, Reagan, since you said that stupid ass shit, now tell me how the big beautiful bill that they're trying to shove down the throats of the American people adds a 74% tax on top of already poor Americans. Tell me how that works. Like you said, you can't steal nothing from the poor when they ain't got nothing already. I'm just asking you a question. How, if they're already stealing more money from the poor and their tax rate by 2034 is going to be up to 74%? Now you tell me. You tell me. Yep, they do that and pay taxes, Tanika. They do that and pay taxes. And most of the government programs they can't participate in. So basically, they just front end the money for you. Oops. See, y'all in here talking about illegals. Y'all talking about illegal immigrants, right? But y'all ain't talking about the CEOs who hire them. I ain't heard not now one of y'all say shit about none of those fucking CEOs and corporations that's hiring these illegals. Like Trump, like Elon Musk, like Jeff Bezos. Oh, they love it when they can benefit off of them, but they demonize them when they can't. Y'all still believe in the hype. Y'all still be believing that bullshit. Nope, Cammy, you're right. You are absolutely right. Illegals are working at Trump's golf courses and his fucking raggedy ass bed bud ridden hotel. Oh, I know I'm not going to war. I'm not going to war per se. That don't mean somebody's little 18 to 25-year-old ain't. That man is no damn businessman. To be a businessman, you have to have successful businesses. And he don't. He never has. Everything Donald Trump touches turned to shit. Everything. There ain't one business Trump ever started that was successful. You can't name one. I tell you one thing he is good at, though. Stealing and scamming. He done turned the White House into a crack house. Man selling cars, him and Elon Musk on the fucking White House lawn sniffing and shit. Buy the Tesla. Buy the Tesla. Done took him some booger sugar. Yeah. The Trump coin, the Trump shoes, the Trump Bibles, and all this bullshit. Yeah. And y'all over here talking about this man a businessman. That man ain't nothing but your drunk ass uncle trying to sell some shit he stole. Nah, this is fact-based, homie. He turned the White House into a trap house. That's it. Oh, man, you want a pardon? Bring $1 million, I got you, homie. And what happened? Say hello to the Chrysleys. You can steal $30 million from people and get away with it. Just pay $1 million. Trump will get you out of there like that. What about that dude that stole all that defrauded Medicare and Medicaid? Yeah, what about him? And he had to pay restitution of $4.1 million. He ain't got to pay that shit now. He was stealing fucking Medicaid and Medicare money from his employees. Yeah, paid $1 million. Poof. They disappeared like it never happened. But y'all over here talking about, man, Trump was the lesser of two evils. What? Sheldon, bruh, Barack Obama could not get away with not even a fraction of the bullshit Trump. You look. Let's just put it this way. Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Hey, shout out to you, Bama. I can, as long as you keep it respectful, I can have a conversation with you, homie. I can. I enjoyed your company, bruh. Now, imagine if Barack Obama got a plane from a government that's funding a terrorist organization. What the fuck? I know, John. From a far distance, it's hard to determine who's the fool, right? Jesse, what's up, bro? Imagine that, bro. Imagine that. You got people who sit here and honestly want to have a conversation and say, man, look, man, both of them just as bad, man. Both sides is bad, man. I keep trying to tell y'all both sides is bad. Sure, man. Sure. Good God in heaven. Hey, shout out to y'all. I got over 7,000 subscribers now. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. 7,000 subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. Are you okay? Are you? I'm fine. $7,000 subscribers. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I live for this stuff. I'm trying to get to 10 bands though. I want 10,000 subscribers. The Trump watch the letters come off that motherfucker, dog. That's some crazy work. That's some crazy work. And you want to know something wild? I haven't bought one subscriber on my channel. I earned all this by doing my work. And this is what I do. And this is what I'm going to keep doing. You know why? Because the world needs more people like me to combat all this lies. Because I don't want y'all to fall under the whole hype of someone coming and telling you, hey, it's that poor immigrant is the reason why you're broke or why you can't find a job. No, no, no. George Carlin was before his time. And I love listening to George Carlin talk. The man knew what the fuck he was talking about. The man said, it's part of a big club and you ain't in it. You ain't. He tried to tell people a long time ago. You ain't in it. I ain't in it. But they'll have you believe you in it. Just so they can get whatever they need to get out of you. See, Trump ain't gonna fight in no wars, but your kids will. Yeah. Your kids will. Why do y'all think Donald Trump and his administration and the Donald Trump campaign little platform that he had was going more towards those 18 to 26-year-old white men in America? Why do you think there's a PragerU or Charlie Cook or Charlie Cook? That's his name. Why do you think? He want to gaslight the parents so they can push their kids to join the military. So that when he go in and shoot this war on off, he can go and send your babies over there to die for nothing. Based on some lies Netanyahu told y'all. That he's been telling for the absolute, since 1992, he's been telling you the same fucking lie. Iran has nukes. Iran has nukes. Iran has nukes. Then he switched it up. Iraq has nukes now. Saddam Hussein has nukes. They have a nuclear capability. And these motherfuckers are sitting here and eat this shit the fuck up. Because they think Bibi Netanyahu is telling you something from a good place, and he's not. He's doing it to maintain power. Just like he fired on Iran and thought Iran was not going to retaliate. When they said, surprise, bitch, we going to get your ass right together. And they sure did. And they still getting their ass together. Because Israel, the only reason why they feel like they can bully people is because they got the backing of the United States of America, the superpower in the world. And you want to know something else that's fucking tragic? Donald Trump is the reason why Iran would have nukes if they did. Remember in 2018, Donald Trump tore up the agreement that Barack Obama had set up along with the Middle East. Everybody agreed on it. Everybody came to the table. Everybody signed it. But Trump couldn't be outdone by Barack Obama's black ass, could he? Nope. What did he do? He ripped up everything Barack Obama did. Y'all remember the first 100 days of Donald Trump's first administration? Y'all don't remember that? Yeah, Tanika, you feeling what I'm putting down now. Now you understanding what I'm talking about. Good. Executive Order 13.7. Oh, hold on, let me look it up. Oh, yeah, that led to the introduction of the Tax Cut and Jobs Act with him and Paul Ryan. And they ended up turning out to be a fucking scam. Because that's what they did. They scammed. Lucy, that's what happened. They scam. They said, oh, we're going to make it fair. We're going to rewrite the tax code so that everybody benefits from it. When in actuality, what really happened was they put like a temporary little tax break for the middle class and the poor people. And they gave the majority of that shit to the rich people and corporations. Like $830 billion worth. 83% of the $1 trillion fucking tax scam they gave away. Which then added on fucking $4.4 trillion to the debt. Not to mention what happened after COVID. When Donald Trump ripped up the playbook and threw away all of the people who was on this fucking pandemic response team. Because Obama set it up. Because his bitch ass ego can't handle the fact that a man is better than him. He can't. Trump did this shit out of spite. Like all this stuff. Y'all got to think about it. All of this stuff Trump's doing is out of spite. None of this stuff he's doing because he wants to help the American people. It's all about his retribution. That's it. Eric E said, happy meal time. Yep, Mr. Natural. Exactly. See, what they do is they dress it up in words. Let me give you an example. All right, in Executive Order 13789, it says in Section 1, it says the federal tax the federal tax system should be simple, fair, efficient, and pro-growth. The purposes of tax regulation should be to bring clarity to an already complex internal revenue code, Title 26 USC, and to provide useful guidance to taxpayers. Contrary to the purposes, numerous tax regulations issued over the last several years have effectively increased tax burdens, impeded economic growth, and saddled American businesses with fines, complicated forms, and frustration. Immediate action is necessary to reduce the burden existing tax regulations imposed on American taxpayers and thereby to provide relief and useful, simplified tax guidance, which it did none of that. No, this is just the beginning of, this is what Donald Trump and them did the first time to run that scam in the first time, dog. That's what happened. That big, beautiful scam, that's all it was. They dressed it up in a lot of hot button words that you would recognize. Oh, we're going to reduce the tax burden for all y'all. Now, mind y'all, I do my own taxes. I've done my own taxes for a long time. A long time. But, you have Donald Trump and them doing the same exact thing. Now, that's why I'm talking about 2017 now. Because he's repeating the same shit. They repeated the same thing. It's the same verbiage in HR 1. The same. It's go here. Go here, Lucy. Lucy, go here, bro. Go here. Go look up this one. At Congress.gov, go to HR 1. The one big beautiful bill act. Go look at that. And the verbiage in it it's the same way. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But if you don't know how to interpret the fucking, all it is a bunch of jargon maxed out into this bill so you won't understand it, so you'll get tired of reading, so you don't read for the details. Fortunately for me, I know how to read the verbiage, so I went and read the shit. I ain't read all of it. I read a good bit of it. But it's over 1,000 pages. But the Republican Party, remember, is for small government, right? That's what they said. Yep, it's a BBL, Eric. You're right. Big, fake, and funky. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what this whole bullshit thing is. That's all bullshit. All of it. They want to give the military a $1 trillion fucking budget now, when they ain't passed the audit in I don't know how long. Ain't nobody trying to streamline the government. Look, Pete Hegseth just wrecked 2 fucking F-16 fucking jets in a place that don't. Sour Shoes, salute to you, man. Pete Hegseth literally just lost 2 planes, $60 million apiece. Then he announced the plans that he was doing on a fucking unsecured server with his wife and his brother and his lawyer on another one on Signal Chat. But CQ Brown wasn't qualified enough. A 4-star fucking general. Not a brigadier general. Not a major general. Not a lieutenant general. But a fucking general. The man. I only met 2 generals in my life. 2. One was a brigadier general who meritoriously promoted me to sergeant. And another one was a full-bird 4-star general who was the commandant of a two-mar pack. I got to meet him. I don't know how the fuck it happened. All I know is I got to meet him. And it was an honor for me to meet him, an actual 4-star general, because that's not something that you see often when you're in the FMF. You don't see that shit in the Fleet Marine Force. You don't see that shit. Unless you're spectacular. That's when you go see the commandant of the Marine Corps. But you know, it is. It is. But it's amazing to watch a fucking news anchor on a propaganda channel try to justify firing a 4-star general. I just want y'all to take like 2 seconds to go Google CQ Brown and look at his list of accomplishments and his qualifications, and then come back and talk to me. Because the racism is very present in the reason why he got dismissed. Why do y'all think nobody wants to work for Pete Hegseth anyway? And that man has a fucking makeup room. Like, him and Kristi Noem want to play dress up so bad. They want to be Ken and Barbie in front of everybody. They want to look good without doing good. I'm telling y'all, if you go and look through this fucking big, beautiful scam, you look, this section rescinds all certain funding relating to the EPA providing efficient, accurate, and timely reviews. That means they're going to remove all fucking safety guidelines for your food, for the air you breathe and the water you drink, because they don't give a fuck about you. Just like when Donald Trump paraded that little kid around that had brain cancer, and they made him a special member of the Secret Service and shit. All that shit was performative. Like I told y'all, I ain't celebrate that shit, and I still won't, because I knew it was performative, because I know Trump. Trump ain't nothing but a show puppy dog. That's all he is, a show puppy dog. He gonna show you, make it look like he doing something good, when in actuality it's some bullshit. Like the one, what was the First Step Act that he tried to pass this first time he was in office? Oh, you had these fucking Sambos and bootlickers and coons all on it. See, Trump do care about the blacks. He cares about them. See, he passed the one step at the first step out. See, you see? But they didn't go back and look at what he did after that. You know, when he went to the fucking church across the street from the White House and held that Bible up upside down after he got done shooting and pepper spraying all those peaceful protesters, you know, after George Floyd was murdered. Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. I just want y'all to know. Just want y'all to know. The big beautiful bill is going to allow monopolies at the FCC. Look at this. Somebody look at this. Somebody look at this. They said Medicaid, reducing fraud and improving enrollment processes. Lies again. Lies again. Y'all know who the biggest fraud committers in Medicaid and Medicare are? The CEOs of it. Wasteful spending. It's the CEOs of these fucking businesses and shit. That's them. It ain't the fucking mom, pop. Y'all know how hard it is to get Medicare and Medicaid? Y'all know how hard it is? Do y'all know how hard it is to get Medicaid? how the vetting process is to get Medicaid. Y'all know how hard it is? Because I don't want to hear these dumb fucks come tell me shit else about, oh, they're scamming the system. Oh, they're scamming the system. No, they're not. It's the ones who are the providers that are scamming the system. That's been them. Always been them. Rick Scott being one of them motherfuckers. The biggest Medicare fraud in the history of America. But now he's a senator. Okay. Yeah, okay. Sounds about right to me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And section 60,002 gives bonuses to fucking border patrol for what? And what people stop talking about miraculously is that fucking that big bill that Joe Biden tried to pass around towards the end of his administration when Trump called in and told all them fucking Republicans and they spineless asses went alongside of him and rejected that fucking big ass border bill that he was proposing. Y'all remember that? Ain't nobody talking about that no more, are they? No, ain't no budget increases, giving them a bonus. Sorry, that bill was way better than this one. Way better. It gave more judges, more asylum judges, more immigration judges, more bodies down there. It expanded the Homeland Security. It done everything, providing with new equipment, the whole nine. Nah, fuck giving them motherfuckers a raise when the fucking livable wage in America ain't even been raised in fucking 50 years. These people are going to fuck up the tax code. Sheesh. Oh, y'all didn't, here's another part y'all didn't read on this big, beautiful scam. On section 110002, it says this section makes permanent the increased standard deduction and provides an additional increase in the standard deduction. Now, peek this part. In section 110003, it says this section permanently repeals the allowance of a deduction for personal exemptions. What does that mean for small business owners? That means you can't deduct the shit you used to. You're going to have to eat the cost. I do. I'm on TikTok. But I don't hardly use it, though. Yep. Y'all need to go through and read this shit. It got it. I'd rather read it on the Congress.gov website than read it anywhere else anyway, because it gives me right down line for line where I need to go look for it. And they hear that shit down at the bottom of the fucking bill. This section increased the statutory debt limit by $4 trillion. It's actually $5 trillion now. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah, fuck Trump for TikTok. Fuck him. He set the shit up anyway. That's like thanking the arsonist for putting the fire out he started. Yeah, sure. Just like that fake ass fucking assassination attempt. That was the biggest joke in the history of jokes. Don't tell me you believe this motherfucker actually had an assassination attempt on him, right? No, don't tell me you believe that shit. That was the biggest scam of all scams. Hey, Elizabeth. How you doing? No human on earth can be talked about 100% badly. Yes, they can. Trump can. Trump set that shit up, dog. Y'all need to go back and look at the history of that TikTok ban. Y'all need to go look at that. Trump set it up so he would look like the hero in the story. Just so y'all know. Y'all have got to go back. I'm serious. Like, everything Donald Trump does, it look good on the outside, and then you dig in it, you say, man, this motherfucker here ain't shit. Because he ain't. Yeah, he put ketchup packs on his ear and shit, trying to make himself look like he shot. Man, come on, dog. Yeah, get somebody else, man. You gonna tell me this motherfucker that look like a rooster? Him. That man right there. Him. It was fake, Tanika. Let me explain. Let me explain something to you, Tanika. I am a United States Marine Corps veteran. I was a pet shooter on the range. That means I was really, really good at shooting shit. That means I can spot a target and I can hit that motherfucker 9 times out of 10. If I miss it's on purpose. That means I'm pretty good and pretty fluent with fucking ballistics and shit like that. All right. Now, Tanika, I'm going to ask you a question, right? Now, level with me. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you something. Hold on. Okay, Tanika. This is a 223 from an AR-15. Same caliber gun used in Butler, Pennsylvania. This gun, if it hits you, it's going to take several of your body parts with it. It's going to mangle your organs, right? Right? Follow with me. This is a 223 round, or a 5.56 if you want to call it. Freedom's Marks, what's up with the family? This is a 223. You mean to tell me that a 223 round hit Donald Trump's ear, grazed his ear, and the blood splatter went this way? Now remember trajectory. The bullet came from this way. It went this way. The bullet flew past his ear this way. How does blood splatter go this way and not get on your white collar shirt? The trajectory and gravity, like kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is stored energy that travels. It got to go a certain direction. So if a bullet's traveling this way, that means the blood splatter would have splattered on the back of his hair. And if he got hit with a 223 round this big, it would have knocked his ear off in a piece of his head. Question number 2, Tanika. If it was a real assassination attempt, what Secret Service agent will allow the person who had a threat towards them? That's what they call him, a threat. He had a threat towards him, allow him to have his full torso and his head exposed, not knowing the amount of shooters is out there that could be putting his life in danger. Question number 3. What same Secret Service agency will allow him to then have a 10-second little old delay of saying fight, 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 with his full torso exposed? Sure. That wasn't God. God didn't have nothing to do with that. He tried to make himself look like a martyr because at the time, his name was in the toilet because of Project 2025. He tried to disavow it and move his name off beside it. He tried to make it sound like he had nothing to do with Project 2025 because everybody started showing out about it. Everybody knew what Project 2025 was then. In order to make himself get back in the good graces, he did the same thing he did against Hillary Clinton. James Comey comes out with that announcement. All of a sudden, Hillary Clinton went from winning to losing. Kamala Harris was whooping his ass in the polls. She was up by 9 points at the time before Butler, Pennsylvania. Then all of a sudden, he became a martyr. That shit was staged. And I tell you what, Tanika, I bet you can't tell me who the name of the shooter was without Googling it. Because I can tell you his name. Damn, how about it? Yes, Miss Down South. Exactly. And thank you for your subscription. Thank you. I'm telling y'all, Trump only cares about fucking optics. That is all he cares about. He does not care. I don't know, some kid. See, my point. Mission accomplished. His name was Charles Crooks. A registered Republican. You ain't heard a peep. Not from his family. Not from nobody who cared about him. Suddenly you want me to believe. Now mind you, at the same time, Tanika, same time, I met Evander Holyfield in Atlanta, Georgia. I was at a fight where his son was fighting in. And he got bit in the ear by Mike Tyson. And the cartilage where he got bit at still haven't repaired itself. So you mean to tell me a 78-year-old man gets hit by a bullet on his ear at the cartilage that doesn't repair itself, and all of a sudden he walked around with his fucking tampon all over his ear for a couple days, and the next thing you know, the next time you see this motherfucker, he ain't got a scar first on him. And he was bleeding pretty good. Bleeding. I use that term very loosely. See, I told y'all, I'm the wrong one to play with. I am the wrong one to play with. It's all about optics to Donald Trump. It's all optics. It's all to make him look like, because again, I'm going to go over the synopsis of what I just told you. A 2-2-3 round. A 2-2-3 round. If you know anything about firearms, you'll know about 2-2-3s or 5.56s. You'll know anything, the 5.56s, 7.62s. You know, these bullets right here are not like 9mm bullets or 380s or 22s. This one's going to take something with it. Guaranteed it's going to take something with you. It's going to take a piece with you. It sure is. It's going to give you a lasting impression. That's why most mass shooters use AR-15s or M4s. It's going to fuck you up bad. Yes, Nicholas. It's always a WWE event. That's all. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. That's all it was. All you had to have was Stone Cold Steve Austin come out and Triple H and The Rock and all of them come out. It would have been a WWE event. It was that fake. There is nothing about that bullshit you can convince me was real. None of it was. And that second fake assassination attempt, that was set up too. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit too. That's some bullshit too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Brent Fox, my brother, what's up, bro? Did y'all know that this bitch right here, Plastic Face or Jigsaw, Laura Loomer, was the reason why CQ Brown got fired? Did y'all know that? Now you do. Now you know. What? Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Let me look at that. Let me look at that real quick. Let me look at that real quick. Let me look at that real quick.
They said 130.
Okay. All right. We're gonna look at this together. Let's all be on some shit together, cuz. Let's go. Since everybody wants to talk about that fake assassination attempt, let's look. New footage of Trump's assassination attempt right now. Showed on Fox News.
Yards is like sinking a 1-foot putt. It's considered really close.
Secret Service into the crowd has been screaming. This does not look good. Security concern there.
He just tried to kill President Trump.
Agents now surrounding him. He is pumping his fist, but clearly Secret Service wants to get him out of this situation.
stand up and go fight. Like all of it's supposed to kind of
Look how long he stayed on that stage.
rush back. And I think it's true that everyone knows where they were when they got the deal.
They said 130 yards is like sinking.
Oh, I got more. I got more, Tanika. I got more. Same to you, my brother Brent. Happy Juneteenth to all my brothers and sisters out there. Yeah. I got more. I got more. I got more. So, how did a person, a lily white man, climb a building 130 meters away from where the president was standing on a stage with all this fucking security around? So a guy with an AR-15 strapped to his back can climb on top of a roof, get in position, look down, point a gun and directly in Trump's fucking direction, and get off a shot before a sniper or somebody that's there to protect the president, the presidential elect. You mean to tell me that happened? If you believe that, then I got a bridge in my backyard to sell you for $5 million right now. My gunnery sergeant used to always say this fucking quote, and I never even really thought or understood what it meant until I got good and old and wiser. He said, you can dazzle me with brilliance, but you can't baffle me with bullshit in the same day. Trump tried to do both. It was an inside job, Tanika. It was a whole scam. How many people you know gonna do a fist bump after getting shot? How many people y'all know can get shot and pump their fists right after being shot? Fight, and stay on stage for about 30 seconds after being shot. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure, buddy. Fake news. It was fake news. Fake news. Exactly what it was. Fake shoes. Yep, LA ain't burning either. And you know what? To speak on the LA shit, they were over here posting old fucking pictures. I hope she do that shit. Do that shit, AOC. Show, do that shit. Do that shit. Do it. I'm telling you. Lucy, I tell you where you go look at it, bro. For real. I will give you every bit. I'll give you every bit of information that I have where I found it. You can go look at it yourself. Like I said, I'm not a gatekeeper. I will never gatekeep from nobody. I would never gatekeep. Would never. I will never do it. You know why I won't do it? It's because I feel like all this information, people have been gatekeeping for years and years and years. They just keep gatekeeping shit. They keep gatekeeping shit. And they keep lying. See, that's how the whole lost cause bullshit narrative got pushed with the Daughters of Confederacy, the white league and the red shirts. That's how all that stuff got pushed to the forefront. And we didn't know about a lot of black history that happened. They don't care about factual context. They don't care. All they care about is burning shit down and then bringing in the water hose after they lit the match. MAGA is the dumbest bunch of idiots on the planet. They'll continue to be the biggest bunch of idiots on the planet. They keep getting hustled. They like getting hustled. Just like they got hustled at Trump's inauguration. That Trump's Bitcoin came out and they lost $12 billion. B with a B, a billion with a B. They lost $12 billion. Trump and his little friends got rich. Hey, I was stationed at Okinawa, Tanika, at Camp Butler. The MAGA Federates, those fucking goofballs. Like, I swear, just looking at how these people, like Make America Great Again basically was Make America Jim Crow again. That's it. That's all it is, all it ever will be. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care how many lies they tell. I don't care if they bring that Klansman bitch out to that podium to lie her ass off. I don't care about none of that. I don't care. I don't. Y'all got to remember, this is the same party that talked about they were protecting women that had motherfucking Conor McGregor, who just got found guilty of raping a woman. So much so to the fact that she had to have a tampon surgically removed from her body. They had him in the White House. Like, yeah, sure. Trump thinks he can wrap himself up in American flags and that makes himself a patriot. It does not. Your actions dictate fucking patriotism. I don't give a fuck how many flag poles he put outside the White House. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. All these motherfuckers do not care about nothing. They don't care. I hope he doesn't eat it, Tanika. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Stupid. It is stupid. Y'all got to remember the whole Iran deal happened because of Trump. You got to remember. Y'all got to remember that. You have to remember that. Here's the question of the day for y'all. If y'all seen these dudes out on the street grabbing up a little kid, what are you going to do about it? Do you stand by and do nothing? I'm beating some of their asses, dog. Me and somebody going to tussle. Because ain't no way I'm going to let one of these fucking flaming fun boys and fucking mags cosplaying as cops come out there and grab a child in front of me. I'm not doing it. Genuine question, because I do not understand. So if these men roll up in plain clothes and masks, grab a human being, even a child, and throw them into an unmarked vehicle, I am supposed to just look the other way and say nothing, ask nothing? We got a war here. We got a war for decency. Yep. Yep, Detroit. And these people claim Trump is supposed to be this peacemaker. Trump is the reason why the Taliban is running loose in Afghanistan, why we betrayed the Turks when they fought right beside us. All he did was look. In 2019, Donald Trump tried to bring the Taliban to Camp David on the anniversary of 9/11. That's facts. Trump also gave them everything he curtailed the Afghan government and the Afghan police and the military and negotiated straight with the fucking terrorists and gave the terrorists everything they wanted. All Joe Biden did when he came into office was follow suit on what Donald Trump promised those people. That's what he did. The end of story. And then all you heard after that was this orange monkey blaming Joe Biden. This orange monkey blaming Joe Biden. Just look. I'm going to show y'all how I know that these motherfuckers trying to take us to war. Like, look.
With all of you. And then just to follow up on how close Iran is to a nuclear weapon, can you clarify when the president said a few weeks away, did he mean obtaining enough enriched uranium to start building a weapon, or did he mean Iran is a few weeks away from completing the production of a weapon?
I'm glad you asked that, Weija. It's an important question, and it's one, frankly, the media has been getting wrong. Let's be very clear. Iran has all that it needs to achieve a nuclear weapon. All they need is a decision from the supreme leader to do that, and it would take a couple of weeks to complete the production of that weapon, which would, of course, pose an existential threat not just to Israel, but to the United States and to the entire world. And
yes.
That is something that the entire world, including countries like Russia, is in agreement with, that Iran should not and cannot obtain a nuclear weapon. And that's why the president believes that, and he's believed that, again, not just his political career, but frankly, his entire life.
So
Michael.
That's a fucking lie. Y'all see how this bitch can lie without impunity? Just lie. Just spewing Bibi Netanyahu's talking points. I literally just showed y'all. I literally just showed you a list of all the times Netanyahu got on the floor of Congress and got on TV and said that Iran had fucking nuclear weapons. They ain't got no proof. You would know. Look, the funny part about all this shit is they would know if Trump didn't rip up the fucking Iran nuclear agreement. They would know that. But Trump didn't give a fuck because he didn't want to be outdone by Barack Obama's black ass. Oh, you know what that means, sour shoes? Get ready to deport. Get ready to deport. Get ready to deport. Y'all gotta remember something else. Every time Trump says something gonna happen in 2 weeks, that's a lie. It ain't gonna happen. This motherfucker been saying 2 weeks. 2 weeks, man. Give me 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Fuck, give me 2 weeks. This motherfucker need to be in jail. Throw this orange bitch in jail. I'm sick and tired of this motherfucker, dog. I really am. Throw this motherfucker in jail. In jail. I'm telling y'all, the biggest thing you take away from this, these motherfuckers are so mad because Donald Trump is everything they thought Barack Obama would be. Ghetto, unintelligent, brash, scam artist. Hell, pretty soon Donald Trump gonna be having barbecues on the front lawn of the White House. The problem with these motherfuckers is Kamala Harris and Barack Obama didn't live up to the stereotypes, the racist stereotypes that they have about black folks. Those are facts. Just so y'all know. Those are facts. I speak of the facts. I speak of the facts. Man, Drew, who you telling, dog? If Barack Obama even took a fucking pack of peanuts off that plane, these motherfuckers would have had 9,000 motherfucking investigations into corruption and the Hatch Act, the Emoluments Clause, the whole nine. They would, look, these motherfuckers had an aneurysm because this man wore a tan suit. Because he wore a tan suit. A tan suit. Like, wow. Boy. I can't with these motherfuckers, dog. I can't. Have y'all wondered why Tulsi Gabbard ain't been out in front of no cameras talking about the intelligence she's gathered from Iran? Do y'all wonder why? Because she's already spilled the beans. She already said Iran didn't have any weapons of mass destruction over there. She already said it. She already said it. That's why y'all don't see Tulsi Gabbard out nowhere. And she'll probably be fired soon. Watch what I tell you. Oh, wow. This shit is crazy, dog. Shit is crazy. It's crazy to me. And the last thing I'm gonna say is for the ones who think Israel gonna somehow whoop Iran's ass, I strongly suggest you do a little history and a little digging and actually look into Iran and look how big Iran is and how big Iran's government is and how big their military is. I strongly suggest you do that because Israel's not gonna win this war if it's just Israel versus Iran. They're not gonna win this war that they started. Just so y'all know that. The more Bibi Netanyahu keeps picking a fight with them, the more he's going to get fucked up by them. And it's nobody's fault but his. That's why I don't give a fuck what goes on over there. I'm more focused on what's happening here. We need to get our shit together. Do you think we will have a civil unrest? Yes, that's what they're pushing for, Tanika. They're pushing for civil unrest. That's what all these policies and executive orders are for. That's all Project 2025 is. Stage something so Trump can enact martial law, so they can have absolute power. Just give them, they start a fire so they can be the reason to come and put it out. They're arsonists with narcissistic personality disorder. They think they're the heroes of the story when they're not. It's all about them stealing oil and power. That's all. Like I said, they still are going to sit up and justify this shit. And again, I'm going to say the same thing that y'all said about Israel. Iran has the right to defend itself. Iran has the business to, they have the right to defend themselves. Because they started this shit. They started it. Started it. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, shout out to every last one of y'all, man. Shout out to my brother Mahari in the super chat. Shout out to every last one of y'all who came by and chilled. Thanks for your daggone knowledge. Everybody who subscribed to the channel, thank y'all for pushing me over 7,000 subscribers. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that. I really do. Yep, Drew, I've been said. That's going to be my next show is on. Happy Juneteenth to all my brothers and sisters out there, man. And most importantly, shout out to the mighty LDBC. I'm sure it will.